How's it going, guys? Finally back after a couple weeks. I know I left you all kind of hanging there a little bit, with the reaction videos and everything. Trust me, like I've been wanting to watch these videos. I've been dying to watch the rest and react and share with you guys, but I had a little bit of a housing situation. So I had to actually get put up in a hotel for a couple weeks while that got taken care of. It was like a mold problem. I'll spare you guys the details because I don't want to spend too long talking about other things besides the video, here in the beginning. But yeah, I'm back finally. I think everything is kind of back to normal, and I'll be able to, continue the reactions and give you guys, probably like one upload a day is what I'm really aiming for. So yeah, today we're doing How the World Works by Bo Burnham. So let's get into it. Okay, so we have How the World Works. Let's go.
Hey kids, today we're going to learn about the world. The world that's around us is pretty amazing, but how does it work? It must be complicated. The secret is the world can only work when everything works together. A bee drinks from a flower and leaves with its pollen. A squirrel in a tree spreads the seeds that have fallen. Everything works together. The biggest elephant, the littlest fly. The gophers underground, the birds in the sky. And every single cricket, every fish in the sea gives what they can and gets what they need. That is how the world works. That is how the world works. From A to zebra to the worms in the dirt. That's how it works. Hey everyone.
Okay, I want to stop it right here. So he changed camera angles right there, obviously. I'm just gonna go back a little bit so we can look at this. So obviously, right off the bat, he's kind of framing it as like a kid's song, an educational song, or something like that. Like this is something I feel like I would hear on like PBS Kids or something, right? He's singing it live. It seems like because he does have like that headset-ish microphone. And I can tell by the quality that it is that mic. It's not like a different mic that he's used, like the Shure mic, like the dynamic mic. And yeah, just like the way that this looks, he's got the spotlight again. He's got the it looks like a red like LED panel, a red light on that left side there. That's just like splashing on the back. And then he's got maybe like a yellow or an orange, or it could even be just like a white light to the right side, splashing on the wall as well to kind of make this like cool effect. And yeah, obviously like really good piano playing, really good singing so far. Yeah, it's very lighthearted, very funny. So far, I'm sure it's gonna get, knowing Bo and like how political he can get, I'm sure it's gonna kind of get like that. But yeah, let's keep watching.
From A to zebra to the worms in the dirt.
It's a really cool scene. I like it.
It works.
And the camera change.
Hey everyone, look who stopped by to say hello. It's Socko.
Hey, Socko.
Where you been, Socko?
I've been where I always am when you're not wearing me on your hand. In a frightening liminal space between states of being. Not quite dead, not quite alive. It's similar to a constant state of sleep paralysis.
Socko, we were just talking about the world and how it works.
Boy, that sounds complicated.
Do you have anything you'd want to teach us about the world?
I wouldn't say anything that you probably haven't already said yourself.
I don't know about that, Socko. How about you give it a try?
All right.
Okay, I want to pause it again really quick before he starts saying whatever. So he must have he pre-recorded Socko's voice, and like he's obviously not like pantomiming it, or if that's what it's called. He's I don't think he's like that good of a ventriloquist. So he's just kind of going along with it. I wonder if he has like in-ears, like monitors, so he can hear. He pre-recorded it ahead of time, like scripted it out obviously, and so he can listen to Socko's part and like hear it, so he knows like the timing on his his bits and his parts, I guess, because his part is live. Sokko's is obviously not. So I mean, really good timing. I wonder how long this took him, but yeah, let's see what Sokko has to say.
At Sokko.
Sokko seems to be, again, it's kind of like a kid's thing, but Sokko seems to be like just your, I don't know, the overall voice of everybody. Just from the what he was saying before. So yeah, we'll see.
Try.
All right. The simple narrative taught in every history class is demonstrably false and pedagogically classist. Don't you know the world is built with blood and genocide and exploitation? The global network of capital essentially functions to separate the worker from the means of production, and the FBI killed Martin Luther King. Private properties and
Okay, I'm gonna pause it. I know I pause a lot, guys, but I want to get my thoughts out there before I forget them. So, okay, yeah. So Sokko is like the working class, or like, you know, the majority voice, and I guess Bo is the higher power, you know, whether that be the government or billionaires or, you know, eccentric philanthropists, I don't know. But Sokko is, to my understanding, he's like the working class in the big voice, and he's saying, so he's pointing out all the problems, or how the world really works, you know, because Bo, in whatever character he's playing, is just talking about squirrels and gophers and the fish in the sea, and how, you know, like the bee takes from the flower, and he's talking about like how the world works in nature, like how nature works together. But obviously people and society don't really do the same thing, and that is what Sokko is saying. He says the way we teach history is pedagogically classist. With pedagogy is like the practice of how something is taught, I believe. So, I mean, that's spot on. Like the way that things are taught in schools is definitely more classist. Like, I grew up in a small town in the Midwest, and I did not learn about a lot of, you know, the world's bigger problems in history, like the Holocaust and like all that stuff. I didn't really like learn much about that, and, you know, like black culture and all that. It was mostly about like farms and American history. Gosh, what else does he say? Let's see.
essentially functions to separate the worker from the means of production, and the FBI killed Martin Luther King.
Okay, so he just like throws that in there. So yeah, let's just continue.
From the means of production, and the FBI killed Martin Luther King. Private property's inherently theft, and neoliberal fascists are destroying the left. And every politician, every cop on the street protects the interests of the pedophilic corporate elite. That is how the world works.
Really?
That is how the world works. Genocide the natives, say you got to it first. That's how it works.
That's pretty intense.
No shit.
Okay. Yeah, this is very serious. But he's just framing it in a more, comedic way, like he always does, obviously, with these kind of topics and stuff. So Sokko goes on to explain how the one that stuck out to me the most was the cops and the politicians protecting the pedophilic elite or whatever it was. And I mean, that's really true. Like when you think about like Jeffrey Epstein and like that whole sex trafficking ring, I mean, that's just been a huge scandal, how he got tried and went to jail or whatever, and then ended up committing suicide in his prison. Like, somebody shanked that guy, so he wouldn't like crack or whatever, or like give up names or whatever, like, and the whole thing with like BLM and all that stuff, like last year. Yeah, it's all true. And the whole time Bo is just kind of listening. He's like, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I don't really care, you know? As like the higher ups kind of seem to do, you know?
It works.
That's pretty intense.
No shit.
He's like,
What
that's
can
pretty intense.
do
I don't
to
care.
help?
Read a book or something, I don't know. Just don't burden me with the responsibility of educating you. It's incredibly exhausting.
I'm sorry, Sako. I was just trying to become a better person.
Why do you rich fucking white people insist on seeing every socio-political conflict through the myopic lens of your own self-actualization? This
Yep.
isn't about you. So either get with it or get out of the fucking way.
Watch your mouth, buddy. Remember who's on whose hand here.
But that's what have you not been fucking listening? We are
All right,
entrenched
all
in a
right, all
wait, no, please, I don't want to go back. I can't go back, please, I'm sorry.
Are you going to behave yourself?
Yes,
Yes. What?
yes, sir.
Look at me.
Yes, sir.
That's better. That is how the world works. That is how the world works. I hope you learned your lesson.
I did and it hurt.
That's how.
It works.
Wow. Yeah, that end was like exceptionally powerful. So the higher ups, whoever it may be, you know, people in power, whatever, he's asking Sako, what can I do to help? And he's like, you know, do your own research, but don't make it about yourself. Like so many people do. Like he wants to become a better person. And so he says, seeing every issue, like political issue or socio-political issue, I think he said, through the own lens of himself or his self-actualization, basically saying like, you know, everybody sees all these issues and wants to approach these issues or try to help with these issues, but only in a way that can benefit themselves. Like they don't really care about, you know, Black lives or, you know, BIPOC or like hunger, like anything out there really. Like obviously there are people out there who do actually care and want to help, but a lot of the times it does seem like people try to pretend, or, you know, they try to care about these issues only because it'll make themselves look better or their brand look better. So that's what I got out of that. And then at the end, he just kind of like disregards what he's saying because, like, you know, it's not our job to educate others about these issues or whoever is, you know, fighting for these issues. But then, you know, he starts getting sick of it when he's told, like, you know, you're not really helping. Like, you're just trying to, you know, you're just trying to help yourself instead of becoming a better person. He's like, all right, I don't really, whatever. And then at the end,
All right.
Wait, no, please, I don't want to go back.
he starts talking about like, okay, he starts talking about like the deeper part, like complaining more or being like saying, like explaining their issue. And then he's like, yeah, okay, I'm tired of listening. And he goes to like, you know, silence the person. We'll just use that word. And then he says, no, I don't want to be silenced again. And then he's like,
I can't go back. Please.
are you going to behave
I'm
yourself?
sorry.
Are you going to behave yourself?
Yes.
So this is a very strong like position of power. Like he's all like, Sako is kind of like this, you know, and Bo is like very stern and like, you know, giving demands.
Yes. What?
Guess what? Like, you know,
Yes, sir.
Look at me.
Yes, sir.
That's better.
so he's like demanding, you know, Sako looks at him, demanding he calls him sir. So he is like in a very dominant position there and like establishing that dominance and saying like, you know, I am the person in power and you're just, you know, a nobody or whatever. Says that's how the world works. And then at the very end,
Your lesson.
I did and it hurt. That's
how it works.
how it works.
And then here at the end, still silences him. Even though Sako did everything that Bo said, you know, or wanted. So it's powerful stuff, man. So that was the reaction to how the world works. I'm sure I missed some stuff in there, but it is hard to you know, catch everything on the first listen. If there is something that I miss, you know, comment down below like you guys always do. It's always fun reading all of your comments and everything and how you interpret the song and stuff. This one was good. Extremely political, but a powerful message, and you know, something that I think people need to hear and people need to be more aware of. Yeah. So yeah, guys, leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. I'm gonna be bringing more reactions, hopefully one a day. We'll get through all the Bo Burnham stuff. And I've been seeing all of the other suggestions. You know, I read all the comments and everything, so I appreciate that, guys. Definitely looking forward to reacting to some other stuff once we're done with Bo as well. So take it easy, everybody.